Okay, quick question. Have you ever seen someone playing Magic the Gathering and thought, what in the world is happening right now? Cards everywhere. Someone yelling, I attack with my dragon. Someone crying over a rare card. Yeah, we've all been there. Here's the thing though, Magic looks way more complicated than it actually is. Most people think you need a PhD in nerdology to play. That's not true. By the end of this video, you'll understand mana, creatures, spells, the stack, and that one rule that trips up literally every beginner. Magic the Gathering, or MTG, is a card game where you and an opponent each build a deck and use that deck to beat each other up. Not with fists, with dragons, wizards, and goblins. Quick fact before we go further, your deck needs at least 60 cards to be legal for play. Less than that and it's just not a real game yet. Two words you'll hear a lot. Your hand is the cards you're holding. Your library is your whole deck, face down, that you draw from. Easy enough, right? Before any of this starts, here's what you actually do. Shuffle your deck really well, then draw the top 7 cards. That's your starting hand. Flip a coin or just agree on who goes first. That's it, you're ready to play. The goal in the simplest way possible. Each player starts with 20 life points. You lose when you hit 0. That's the whole point of the game. Everything else just exists to protect your life points or drain your opponents. How do you actually do stuff? That's mana. Think of mana like money. You can't cast any spell for free. You gotta pay for it. And you get that money from land cards. 5 colors of land. Plains makes white mana. Island makes blue. Swamp makes black, mountain makes red, forest makes green. Each color's got its own personality. White's about order and angels, black's death and sneaky stuff, red's dragons and explosions. One more super important thing. When you use a land for mana or attack with a creature, you turn that card sideways. That's called tapping. A tapped card can't be used again until your next turn, when everything untaps. Quick rule so you don't mess this up. You can only play 1 land per turn. Doesn't matter how many you're holding, just 1. Everything else about your turn can happen as much as your mana allows. So every turn, you draw a card, play a land, that land gives you mana, and you spend that mana to cast spells, creatures, sorceries, whatever's in your hand. Quick pause. If this is helping things click, hit subscribe. Seriously, that's how this channel grows. I make these videos so nobody feels lost at game night ever again. So if that sounds like your channel, smash that like button too. Okay, back to the game. Every turn has phases, but you only need 4 to remember. Untap. Anything you used resets. Main phase. Play land, cast spells. Combat. The fun part, second main phase and end step, basically cleanup. Every creature card has 2 numbers, like 3/3 or 2/4. First number is power, damage it deals. Second is toughness, damage it can survive. A 3/3 hits for 3 and can take up to 3 before it's toast. Here's the beginner mistake every beginner makes. When you play a creature, it's summoning sick. It can't attack the turn it comes in. That dragon is jet-lagged, needs a turn to warm up. It can still block though. Combat works like this. You declare attackers. Opponent decides who blocks who. Unblocked damage goes straight to life total. If blocked, the 2 creatures fight each other, power versus toughness. Say I attack with my 3/3, you block with your 2/4. My 3/3 deals 3 damage, not enough to kill 4 toughness, it survives. Your 2/4 deals 2 damage. My 3/3 survives too since it's got 3 toughness. Nobody died. Here's something people forget. That damage doesn't stick around forever. At the end of the turn, all damage heals up completely. So next turn, both creatures are back to full health, ready to fight again. Nobody died, but no damage got through either. That's a totally normal, boring combat, and that's fine. Not every fight needs to be dramatic. This isn't a Marvel movie. Sorceries and instants are one-time use magic. Sorceries, only on your own turn, main phase. Instants, the fun twist, cast any time, even on your opponent's turn, even in response to something they're doing. This creates the stack. Sounds scary, but it just means the last spell cast resolves first. Like a stack of pancakes, you eat the top one first, right? Same idea. This is where Magic gets its reputation as a thinking person's game. You're not just planning your turn, you're anticipating what your opponent might do in response. It's a bit like chess, except your chess pieces sometimes shoot fireballs. Okay, here's the part everybody's been waiting for. How do you actually win? Besides just draining life to zero, there's actually 4 ways to win, and most beginners have no idea about 3 of them. Number 1, obviously, opponent's life hits 0. Number 2, decking them out. If a player has to draw and there's no cards left in their library, they lose immediately. Sometimes you win by outweighting your opponent's deck. Number 3, certain cards just say you win the game outright. Rare, flashy, kind of a flex. Number 4, poison counters. If using infect cards, get 10 poison counters, you lose, no matter your life. More advanced, don't worry about it your first 10 games. But here's the real insider secret that separates good players from great ones. It's not about having the biggest, scariest dragon. It's mana efficiency and tempo, doing more with your mana, faster than your opponent. A 1-mana card that trades evenly with a 5-mana card? That's not lucky, that's good deck building. So let's recap real quick, because I know that was a lot. You shuffle, draw 7, start at 20 life, play 1 land a turn for mana, and use that mana to cast creatures and spells. Creatures attack and block using power and toughness, and damage heals up at the end of each turn. You win by draining life, decking your opponent out, hitting a special win condition, or poison counters if playing Infect. That's genuinely it. Everything else in Magic, and there's like 25,000 unique cards at this point, is just variations of these core rules. Once you get this foundation, every new card you see, you'll figure out roughly what it does just by reading it. Alright, that's how Magic the Gathering actually works. Way simpler than it looks once somebody breaks it down, right? If this helped you finally understand the game your friends have been playing, drop a comment and let me know what game you want explained next. Hit like, subscribe if you haven't, and share this with whoever's been too scared to ask what a 3/3 means.